You know, I started Jazzercise in 1969 in Chicago in a dance studio. And the reason I did that was I was teaching a regular dance class, and a lot of women in the class thought it was too hard. They didn't want to be a professional dancer. They just wanted to look like one. And I thought, wow, that's a good way to begin a whole nother chapter. Just a lovely class for women to feel good, have fun, but have effective results so that they lose weight, they get healthier, and they have a better sense of well-being. You know, I never think of challenges when I think of business. It's just another thing that I have to do. I tell you though, I did have one challenge early on when I was teaching so many classes, like 30 a week, and my voice was reduced to a whisper at the end of the week. I developed nodules on my vocal cords, and the doctor said, you gotta do something differently, you're gonna lose your voice. And so I started training people. It was a challenge at first because I didn't know what I was gonna do, but once I trained those instructors, things took off. Are there still challenges 50 years later? Good question, because what are we doing right now? We're right in the middle of all kinds of challenges. And of course, yes, you know, we're an in-person live class, but we had to go to virtual. But it's been phenomenal. We've even developed a whole new business division within Jazzercise, and I think that our plan, our business plan and our business model for corporate Jazzercise will change, and for the better. You know, when I first started that class, that very first class to help women feel good and look better, it was just fun. It was my passion. I love dancing. I love to help other people. And I never went into it as a business. So no, I never expected it to be a business right off the bat. You know, many people have always called us a pioneer in the fitness industry. And you know, I guess we were, although at the time I didn't know that. There really wasn't an industry when I started. And so I feel honored that people call me a pioneer. I was just doing what I love, and when you do what you love, great things happen. Three tips for people to stay on track. Number one, you've got to find something you really like. If you don't like it, you ain't gonna do it. Number two, find a buddy, somebody that you can work out with. So when you don't feel like going, they'll call you up and say, oh, come on, I'm going. And number three, you gotta see results. And when you start seeing results, you aren't gonna wanna stop that, baby, let me tell you. I think the best advice for somebody starting their own business is do what you're passionate about. When you love what you do, you will be successful because you'll be able to work really hard at it because it won't seem like work. It'll be joyful. Passion is the key. I am not sure if there's anything I would have liked to have known back then, because I really relish the journey. And if I had known what I know now back then, the journey wouldn't have been nearly as fun. C200 is a wonderful organization. I am so proud that I was one of the founders of the group. And there's so much information and so many women that are so intelligent and so creative and so bright. You can't help but get great advice in many areas. and I certainly have all through the years. I think there are always surprises with C200. There are always new things doing, new things developing, and I love that about it the most. And of course, the camaraderie, the sisterhood, the relationship with other women. I've met so many great gals all through the years. Well, you know, I always believe that you've got to combine your mind, your body, and your spirit. And one of the things that I tell people when thinking about developing your mind is join an organization that will stimulate you, that will give you information, but that will motivate you to move on and do bigger things. That's what C200 does, and that's what I would advise other women wanting to start a business to be part of that.